I figured I'd bring something in today that Josh could probably relate to. This is rock.
All right.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Nothing much, man.
Oh my goodness. How was the weekend? Cold, dude. What the heck? I live in SoCal for a reason, and it is not to be in this weather.
Yeah, dude. All central section was all rainy and windy, dude. I can tell you that.
Nah, dude. I got Redwoods girls order, and I was gonna take it this weekend. I'm like, nope. Going over that grapevine. Nope, not happening.
Not the best idea.
Yeah, be stuck up there in my Prius. Just be a Prius popsicle.
You could have pulled over to the side of the road and hugged a tree if you got stuck.
Well, I'm always hugging a tree. You know that. I literally could have probably fit in like the exhaust of a semi and just had to pull me up all the way up. So no, but we didn't do much this week. My girls had a lot of time off this week. Actually, we had pictures this week, and then Des had something that she had to do. So it's just kind of like girls got some time off, which I think might be okay at this juncture, just because we've got some nagging little injuries and stuff like that. Then we're coming in this week, and we got probably, arguably, one of the best tournaments in the state coming up. No, I'm not talking about the Magnolia Duel tournament. I'm talking about Josh Rybeck's Esperanza tournament. Just the diamond in the rough at the end of the season.
Yep.
Honestly, yep.
I think some people would call it a meat grinder at the end of the season, which I think a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't want that smoke. Can't see you, Josh.
Yeah. Oh, how about now?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
So, no, really, I'm been getting some texts and emails saying, "Oh, we're sorry, coach. We can't show up. We didn't know that your tournament was going to be so tough."
That's what that.
Yeah. I'm getting.
Whatever.
Mito has no respect for those people.
None.
And I'm just like, I'm trying to talk them down, saying like, just because they have 3-4 hammers on their team, they're bringing their whole team. We're not a DocB where we're only letting the state ranked kids in. We're having full teams. I just don't want B girls. Or if they're a B girl, it needs to be a good B girl that, is pretty legit, or they need to wrestle off or something like that. I'm allowing, certain instances for that. But it's just like, dude, for really, like, people are asking for a team list, right? And so I didn't want to at first.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to scare those people off. So
you're gonna have a round robin, a 4-way round robin. And then that round robin's gonna be hell.
Registration is going to be open probably sometime tonight or tomorrow morning, and they'll see teams starting to come in, and they can put their head-to-heads on there. We'll see. I got some. I have, I think, 3 or 4 in my head potential state champs that will be there. That I think I know might be state champs, but we'll see. We might have some. I don't know. Well, I'll say it. Excelsior Charter said they will be there in full force.
Oh.
So we'll see what kind of full force they bring.
Anybody they may have said might be there?
They didn't say any names, but we'll maybe see if anybody new has popped up.
Well, by that point, everybody has to be hydrated, right?
Yeah. But you don't have to wrestle.
That point.
You don't have to wrestle, you just have to be hydrated.
But they're not on. I'm just saying certain people aren't on the radar yet. They aren't even on the field yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, at least have an idea by that point. You don't have to wrestle, but
was the latest to be hydrated and stuff. So
yeah. So that's going to be interesting, I think. To see those people we haven't seen, if they're going to pop up or not.
I'm looking forward to this tournament. It's going to be a good 2-day tournament. Get a couple rounds out of the beginning. On Friday, we're kind of getting a late start as far as I think 4:00 wrestling start. So kids don't have to miss the whole day of school if they're local. Get 3 rounds at least done Friday night. Have a good spotlight finals. We're going to go live from there with our wonderful commentary.
Oh, those referees better be on point, son. They'll be trying to call a hand in the face on our watch. I'll throw a shoe. They'll feel like George Bush, dog. I'll just be throwing them over.
What a horrible way to win. But
hey, there's never a horrible way to win, son. You get your hand raised. You don't like it? Don't put your hands in my face. About that. Terrible. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that tournament. I didn't go last year. I didn't think I really had anybody. But yeah, I was just like, okay,
don't
this year.
lie. Hey, you didn't come because you didn't get the matchup you wanted, so you didn't come.
Hey, we were honest and open and upfront with the coaches. They didn't want that smoke. It's okay. They had the last win, But at the end of the day, like, I mean, I love the kids. I think the kids are awesome. There's matchups we want, and we gave it to them. We thought we would get the same respect. We didn't get it, so we didn't show up. Not that we didn't, but this year we're supporting. I got a couple girls that are tough. I'm hoping that maybe they get baptized by the fire a little bit, go through Josh's tournament. What are you giving out, Josh? Belts, tiaras?
We're giving out big custom medals with Wrestling Mart gift pack swags. They were generous enough to send us a big shipment of stuff. So it's probably, socks, headbands, backpacks. I haven't even opened it up yet. It just got delivered the other day to the school.
Nice. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to that tournament. I am, because last year I was looking through the bracket, just like, good God, some matchups there. Dude, honestly, who I really, as if she needs any more respect, is Bowman. Dude, that girl just wants any matchup. Like, I know her and Drury have gone back and forth, and she's always game to wrestle Drury again. They're just
but I don't know. I really don't know if she's coming since the Zapata thing fell through. I don't think she's coming. At least Roland hasn't said they were coming. I've talked to him a couple times, and we might not. So we'll see. If they show up, they show up. If they don't, it's still going to be a males tournament. I just want to see Drury and Bowman wrestle, though.
Hey,
after Freak Show, huh?
Can I say something real quick? Like I don't know, and this is just something I've seen. Like no offense to any of the Southern Section school or like any Southern California period or Northern California, but there's like the only teams I've ever see like talking like, oh yeah, we'll be there, we're chasing, where we make it known that we chase is like us and then like Selma, and then everyone else kind of like shies away from like, oh, we may be there, we might not be there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. I think some people, because they don't want to put out that thing because so many people got flack last year for it about the whole chasing Gracie thing, and people disrespect this person and that person, and this coach, turned into a little fiasco. And I thought it was cool. I like you're not going to be derogatory about something, but hey, we're coming to get you. We want to wrestle the best. Let's go wrestle the best. I think that's completely respected.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, to coaches who say they're old school and they get offended by that, I lose respect for you just a little bit. Because look, I don't chase nobodies. If I say like I want to match up for my girl, and I know, Camilla's the same way. Hey, look, we just want to see where my kid's at. If she gets stomped, okay, well, we'll take our licks. We know what we got to work on. We move forward. And that I think pushes kids to get better. But running away from it, I don't think that ever makes a kid better. Maybe if you're just strictly playing the politics role, just like, oh yeah, well, they get less looks at us before state. Okay, but you're concerned about that. So on a way, psychologically, I would push my kid and say like, hey, look, they're concerned. They don't want that. But as a competitor, I don't know about you guys, dude, but back in the day when I would be at practice, and if I was walking out of practice and Gamino came in and was like, oh, Ramos, you're leaving, I wanted to get some of you. Dude, I'm going to have to wave at my dad like, hey, 5 more minutes. I got to go put my shoes back on, and we're going to go ahead and go takedowns, and I'm going to respect you more at the end of it because, yeah, you whooped on me, but you'll at least know that I'm going to be a gamer.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to ever ask, that. So, I don't know. Maybe it's the Napoleon complex or whatever. I don't know. But I would never let my kids back away from that. Never. So.
No, I know. And that's something I try and instill in the girls and stuff like that, where they should be, accepting everything and challenging everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's just don't see it anymore. And everybody uses the guise of the kids, and it's like, yeah, I get it, but if you're being respectful and you're putting it out there, you should be able to teach your kids, like, look, answer the call, face that, don't be afraid of it, face it, and move on. So I don't know. Hopefully we get more of that. And Gamino's one of the few coaches that I respect in that regard. Like, he's like, let's go anywhere, anytime. If I have an event and I tell him someone's going to be there and he wants that matchup, he's there. Mm-hmm. So, it is what it is. So anyhow, where were you at this weekend, Gamino?
This weekend I was at the Lady Apache Invitational up in Sanger.
Nice. How'd that go?
Pretty good. We came out on top as a team. Took first. Beating out a whole bunch of central section teams and stuff like that.
Just letting them know this is what's coming.
Hey, we gotta let them know that we've been in the shade of freaking Selma for the past 3 years. That it's it's our time to shine. You know what I mean?
Like what? Like you could transfer here?
Hey, we have a little hashtag going around here and there where we call it, or it's a hashtag Bulldog built. You know what I mean? We take pride of building everything we have. You know what I mean? I mean we've had a few girls that have had wrestling experience and then come in, but a lot of those girls usually end up quitting anyways. You know what I mean? Like, because they can't handle what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but no, yeah, it was a lot of good wrestling this weekend. There's, you know what I mean? So let me just preface this, I guess, by asking you guys saw the Dayton Fix and Soriano match, right?
Yeah. Dude, okay, forever on those reverse calls, stuff like that. Like,
yeah. So, and then how it
I heard you had
one in overtime with a hand in the face.
Yeah.
I don't know why Soriano and Fix decided to copy this match, because that match had already happened at 101 in Sanger. It was
really
Jackie Hernandez and Chelsea Mendoza, right? Jackie from Frontier and Chelsea from Selma. 101's battling out, goes into overtime. Chelsea accidentally, she reaches over and accidentally reaches and grabs the headgear, and boom, point, done. Overtime.
Oh, grabbing the headgear, huh?
Oh man,
dirty. But pull a Zahid. Was it to a pull single?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was there live for that one. That was, oh god, heartbreaker, dude.
Me too.
Heartbreaker. So,
yeah.
So we possibly could see that as a rematch at Esperanza Finals, but I'm not too confident based on some other entries that those two would make the finals. I don't know.
Ooh, who do you got, Josh?
Yeah.
Are you talking? It's going to be a deeper weight class than just like they'll be the 2 and 3. Maybe we get them in the semis.
Yeah, or we might get that in the semis. No, they could be the 2 and 3 or the 3 and 4. I don't know.
Oh, so it might have to be on the wrestleback side, or they maybe 3 and 4 or something. Oh man, okay, that sounds like a good tournament. Because I don't. Hey, is Ukaipa coming to your tournament, Josh? By the way. Did Ukaipa come into your tournament, Josh?
I don't know. I don't think they are, but she's at 106 still, and I think she's staying at 106.
I just wanted to see her wrestle again, see if she really is the deal. So that kid's tough, dude. I'll tell you, I'm a fan, dude. She's good.
Well, Ukaipa, I don't know, but I know Buchanan is.
Oh, Buchanan.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll let that one simmer for a minute. That's going to be exciting. I've been waiting to see that girl come out. So,
yeah,
interesting. Hey, Gamino, I heard you had a marathon discussion with a coach over your girl checking what she could pick.
Yeah,
I didn't understand. I didn't know that gesturing to your coach to see what you want is choosing your position.
Yeah, no. Well, so the way it worked, man. So, so what happened was, it was our choice. We deferred. They chose bottom, right? And then my girl looked at me and then asked me like, should I go? Should I let her up? Should I go neutral? And the coach was like, what the, like, what are you doing? Like, she called her up. She called her up. Where's our point? This and that. And it was, we were there for a cool while. Refs were discussing. They had to bring in the tournament director, and it got to a point where my girl almost had to start warming up again. You know what I mean?
you had her to aerodyne on the side.
Yeah,
trying to keep her warm. Oh man!
I mean, and honestly, in the end, like, for nothing. You know what I mean? Because that the call didn't get overturned or anything. We were in the right still. I mean,
and then you just put her up anyway just to prove a point.
No,
that's what I
would have. I would have just went optional. I would have went optional. I'm still gonna let her up, but I'm not gonna go easy.
Kind of wish maybe now, but nah, we stayed on top. This girl ended up reversing us, so I don't know why he freaking complained. But I mean, whatever.
You should have stopped the match and been like, "No, we meant neutral."
No.
Give him one. No, ref. He was right. We meant neutral. Just go back the other way with it.
Can we start over?
Just kidding.
Bad time.
That was bad time.
Because we know those central section refs will always go back on their word. At least with Golden Valley. Oh, last year picking scabs. Yeah. Any other good matchups though? It was Mariah Morales there.
Mariah, yeah, dude.
How's she doing? What? Wait, 106. How does she look? How she look?
Good, dude. Dominant all over, dude. Nah, not even gonna lie. One match though that for me stood out was just because I'm a big old Menachi fan too. Is the Melanie versus Charlotte match.
How'd that go down?
Oh, how'd that go?
Oh man, freaking what should we call it? Melanie won that one, and yeah, she
was it at 21s or 16s?
21s.
21s.
Yeah, it pin in the third period, I think it was, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a tough fought match, but Mendoza came out on top, man.
Well, that weight class is proven deep, huh?
Oh, 21s is murder, dude. Like, I could see some of them maybe bumping down or, bumping up because their 21s is going to be stacked for sure.
That's interesting. Now, how did Asada do this weekend?
Asada, we took second, man.
Who'd you go down to?
Shireen Donis from
South
Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Hey, that girl's tough, dude.
She's tough, dude. She's tough.
Yeah, I've known her since her freshman year of high school. You know what I mean? And in the summer she's come and train with us for a little bit, and that's a mistake on my part apparently. No. In all seriousness, she's a good wrestler, and I respect her and her ability. You know what I mean? She's not someone to look past, because she at stage she could be the dark horse, man. I don't know.
Make a run, huh? It's in her own backyard this year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going the right way for her.
Yep. So I wouldn't be surprised, man, if she had a good turnout this next year.
Interesting.
Or this year, I mean.
Nice.
Now, I got some calls on some matches that was just like, ooh, okay. I know in the finals at Bonita, Birmingham was there. I know Aaliyah Rollins and Heaven Jerez went at it. And I'm not sure if Jerez finished the match or she injury defaulted out. Her knee was like, super swollen. I saw pictures of it. And but I heard they were scrapping out pretty good. Over at San Pasqual, I don't mean to jump tournaments, but I didn't go to anything this weekend, so I didn't get to see everything. But I heard that Savannah Kidu went down to the Northview girl. Gosh, why am I dropping her name right now? So disrespectful. I apologize.
What's her name?
Ah, man, I'm a
Good golly.
scumbag. I'm a scumbag. I'm gonna tell you right now.
It's on the rankings.
I'm not pulling the ranking up right now because I'm like, oh, how dare I?
It's at 11s. It's
Yes. Hang on a
she's
second.
the 3 right now.
Yes. Here we go. I'm pulling it up. Here we go. Dude, I apologize to her. That's just ridiculous.
Alexis Medina.
Alexis Medina. There we go. So yeah, Medina got the pin. I think it was a low scoring match. It was like a 1-0 match, something like that. She was on top and got the pin on Savannah Kidu. So that's a pretty good win for her. I mean, could be the state placer at that point. You know, that's tough. So
let's go back to Bonita. Any other? Okay, Jersey Estrada made her debut. At Bonita, I think, right? Or were they at San Pasqual?
No, I heard she was at Turlock.
Turlock, huh?
Like last week or something like that.
Oh,
interesting.
I didn't know she was up there.
I heard a little rumor, Josh. Maybe you heard it too. Well, a couple of things. Number one, that she missed weight at 152, so she had to go 160.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's true or not. If you heard that, and I heard maybe she's chasing down a fab freshman. She wants a matchup with her.
Yeah.
Like.
I think there might be two. I think there might be 2 fab freshmen she wouldn't mind matches with. You know?
Around those weight classes. But I heard they were trying to get it like this week or something like that. Like they wanted, I guess they're going to a duel or something like that.
Yeah. And nearby.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind seeing a Met and Jersey get after it. That's for sure.
I think we've talked about it a lot. Like a Mitt in Jersey, Lily in Jersey. Shoot, if she's up there, we'd like to see Katya in Jersey go at it. Like I'd like to see any of those.
Hey, honestly, that's a match. That's a match I've been looking for, man. That'd be
who's that?
Dope.
Katya in Jersey.
Heck yeah. Because hey, I'm a big fan of both of them. I know. I mean, we've wrestled Jersey a few times already, and you know what I mean. I know what she's capable of, and I've only seen what Kat does, and she's a monster. I don't know. Jersey being both of them being state champions. I mean, you know.
I guess it's just a matter of what Jersey wants to do. Does she want to keep a freshman for being a 4-timer, or keep a sophomore for being a 4-timer?
Yeah.
You know, but
definitely.
I mean, because arguably Jersey could be a 4-timer. She's missed her sophomore year, after a very tough freshman year.
Yeah.
There's a couple times Jersey was in trouble at the state tournament her freshman year.
You know, I heard a thing, I don't know if it's true or not, that she hasn't lost to a girl in high school during the normal high school season. Like, she's been undefeated all 3 years that she wrestled in California. I think she might have wrestled boys in Colorado the year she went, but she's undefeated with high school girls.
I think so.
I wouldn't doubt it. That if she wins at let's say she just stayed at 160s. If she won at that weight, like then you'd have the argument of like her and Alyssa LaFrancis, who was better. Alyssa LaFrancis was tough, dude. Tough.
I don't know. I think every year these girls get better and better and better. Just like the boys, they just keep. When you think, man, this kid's tough, and then you see him next year and he's even better, or she's better, and it's like every new crop of look at all these super freshmen we have this year. Oh, we got 4 or 5 on the list already. It's super that could easily come in and win state this year.
Yeah. I mean, the big question too is like, where's Katie Gomez going to go? Is she going to stay at 26s? Is she dropping down? Because I know, Rollins wrestled 16 this weekend, or 18, whatever it was. So,
and then they got another 21. Girl in their lineup that's good, that's somewhere right in that vicinity too. I mean, the question to me is, does she need to go down?
Yeah, I mean, if you're just healthy and eating and happy, and you're still kicking butt, I don't see why you would want to drop, personally. So that's interesting. But yeah.
Speaking of Katie Gomez, wherever they were wrestling this weekend, I don't know. It's because these tournament directors don't post their results till Wednesday afternoon of the following week. So we apologize for not having the proper information to discuss. But She got an unsportsmanlike conduct for cutting a girl after taking her down and letting her up. Not off her back, just straight up cut her. What do you guys think about that?
Dude, I'm telling you right now, we're getting 4 of those calls. We're giving up 4 points during that. I'm telling you right now. Like, I'm intentionally going to do it, and then after that, like, pin her on the last one. But give me some BS like that? No. You're just going to make her angry. You don't want to make Katie Gomez angry. she's a nice girl. Like, she's a nice girl, and she still kicks your butt. I can't imagine she's angry.
Hold on. The ref's response was, you were embarrassing that girl. Well, what if you're pinning her? Don't you think that's embarrassing to you? You're going to call me for a misconduct for pinning somebody?
That's them. It's unsportsmanship to embarrass them now like that, or
yeah, I guess so. That was that ref said.
Hey, in that case, techs are freaking what you call it? Embarrassing some girl or whatever.
She should have. Katie should have stuck her in an ankle pick. Like, I don't know. Like I don't know a more embarrassing way.
I mean, is a banana split or a spladle?
A leg cradle.
Is that embarrassing? Yeah. Are we gonna stop it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the line there? Like, come on. You know what I'm doing? I'm giving this kid an opportunity to work their offense and defense in a live situation. That's what I'm getting the opportunity to do. The other coach should thank Katie Gomez for allowing that girl to be on the mat with greatness.
For as long as she did, right? Give her more time.
I mean, geez. I mean, think about it. Think about the best wrestler you ever wrestled. Who was the best wrestler you ever got to physically wrestle?
Bryce Hammond, probably.
Okay. Josh said Calvary too. So
probably Luke Becker, now the head assistant at Minnesota.
Minnesota, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, dude, that's a highlight, right? Like, you could talk about, like, damn, dude, this is how it went down, or this is how I got worked, or whatever, you know? Me, I don't know, gosh, Michael Kawamura, Shane Valdez, Dane Valdez, Tony D'Souza, like, all those guys, like Tony.
Maybe take it back. I had Luis Blanco in junior regionals one time.
How dare you, son? How dare you?
He did embarrass me.
I'm gonna call that a lie because your arm is still attached to your body. Because I'm pretty sure he would have ripped it off and beat you with it.
After surgery, it was still attached.
And was that to remove his foot from your bottom or to reattach your shoulder? Luis Blanco was an animal, dude. I'm pretty sure he'd break his foot off in your bottom and then use your own arm to hammer it in a little more.
Yeah.
That's where Josh got his taste, his flavor for it. But yeah, I mean, I don't see a problem with it. We went over this a million times. If I catch and release a wrestler, it's just so my kid gets mad time. You know, sometimes too, I mean, you can get hurt wrestling somebody new or somebody inexperienced or somebody less than you because they don't react the right way. So if I don't feel like I'm safe in a position where I could just take you right to your back and stick you, like, maybe I got to soften you up a little bit, you know? And then, I don't know. Am I wrong about that? Is that wrong to do? Should we be worried about the kids? You know, I mean, I don't know. I would, well, these are high school kids, so I should say, like, in high school, I don't think you should be showboating. In college, I think it's a different thing. I think you're an adult. You know, if you want to do a Gable Stevenson, you know, and kind of, you know, show the ref that you're not doing anything, I'm okay with that. But in high school, like, yeah, as long as you're being respectful, you're not palming somebody's face, you know, you're not, you know, just doing derogatory things to make a kid feel bad. You know what? What are you gonna do? You know, it's just part of the sport.
Busting an Austin DeSanto.
Yeah, try to Kimura him or anything. So, nah, I don't agree with that call at all. I think that's garbage, personally.
Just today that happened with DeSanto and Minnesota. He went crazy at the end of the match again.
Yeah. Hey, and you know, hey, I'm just gonna say, I'm a big Austin DeSanto fan. Like, I don't care. I understand he went crazy at the NCAAs, but from high school to now, like, he's done some big things, and he's, you know what I mean, challenged. He's gone up against some crazy people, and, you know, you got to be kind of crazy to be good, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, but I mean, on the other side of it too, like, would you want him in the room with Spencer Lee? If I was Iowa, no. That kid could, like, go off one day and just start trying to key lock Spencer Lee and end his career.
I don't know. But, like, I don't know. You think about it, like, you know, we always say you want to practice like it's the state championship every day. well, what better, partner for him than the person he faced twice at the state championship? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's rough. I don't know, man. That's real tough. So I hate to think about that. Like if something went wrong and DeSanto like got mad because Spencer Lee was, putting it to him or something. I don't know how the room goes. Could totally be different, but I don't know. I don't know. That's just tough. But um, so yeah. So um, I got a call this week and I got some emails from people asking about Oklahoma. Are you guys planning to go to Oklahoma this year for nationals?
I think I'm going. I think but I think I'm taking one of the middle school kids that I'm working with right now, actually.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna take my sister and a couple of our middle school girls. Not sure I'm gonna take the high school girls yet.
Yeah.
Um, but how are you with your girls going? Like it seems like early to me that Team California would be like, and this is the thing that people are always asking, like, why are they picking so early? Like you don't even know who's gonna be where. You don't know who's gonna finish higher. Like, how do you pick your teams? And I get it because USA Wrestling has to sell those tickets. They have to fill those seats.
Yeah.
You don't want to be caught last minute on the card. I get that, but I don't know. What are the goods and bads you guys see of sending your kids, uh, on that trip? Is it like like $550 something like that? $650?
Yeah, I
Something
think
And
like
is
that.
it,
five
and
fifty.
does
I haven't.
and does that include everything? Because I know last year there was a complaint that plus you had to spend another $200 just in singlets plus whatever gear, so it ends up being like close to $1,000 or something like that. I don't know, Josh. Did you send your daughter last year?
I sent my daughter last year. Yeah, it does not include singlets and it doesn't include food. Um, but the singlets are I mean, as good as you can get it. The singlets are the same Fargo singlets, the ones they use for Fargo. So if they are going to both, at least you have that already paid for, we'll call it, since Fargo's so cheap. Um, not that it's not worth it, it's just not inexpensive. Pros and cons for me, it's actually more of a con for me because if I pay her thing, then I got to pay my own way, my own hotel, my own rental car, all that. Last year I rode in the bus for most of the time with the team because I helped coach a little bit and there was some empty spots. If there weren't empty spots, me and another coach or two would just grab an Uber from the hotel to. I always like to go. I like to, stay in the hotel, whether it's a weight cut or, they need food or whatever. That I'm there. I don't like to be far away.
Yeah.
I'm the security blanket, I guess, for my daughter, which probably need to get over that. But
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, it was organized. For me, it was great for bonding. Since my daughter doesn't have a big team on her high school team, she doesn't, she's friends with the boys on the team. And we have a couple freshman girls on the team. So for her, like, those are all her friends, and every time we go to a tournament, she's hanging out with those girls from the national teams, whether they're Fargo or Oklahoma. That's where she met them. And I think, like I said before, Mike does a really good job of trying to pair girls up that would never know each other normally, like a lighter weight girl from Southern California and an upper weight girl from Northern California. Like she had Olivia Fisk as a roommate one of her first trips. She would never get to know somebody like that. You wouldn't drill with her, you wouldn't wrestle with her, nothing. They do a good job of kind of intersecting people that you wouldn't normally, you know, be even friends with or get introduced to.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
that's a
by the
big.
way, real quick, I'm sorry. Max Gomez commented on the video and said Katie's gonna go 121. Sorry, I just saw that right now. Yeah. So
There
Well,
you
who's
go.
Max? Is that her brother?
Max Gomez. I think it's probably your family member.
Yeah, her dad's Carlos, but
Yeah. So anyhow, but back to Oklahoma. What about you? Amino, what do you think?
Um. So honestly, I mean, I still haven't had an opportunity to send any girls out to Oklahoma, but you know, I think really, I mean, it'd be cool for them to go and everything, but it's just I feel like it's not super pricey, but for some kids, you know what I mean. It's still kind of a little. It's a little bit much. You know what I mean. If I were to try and send like any of my girls right now, you know, I mean, we would definitely have to put in, you know, man hours to fundraise just
Fundraise. Yeah.
for one girl. You know what I mean? Where you know maybe California wrestling should help hook up some of the you know less fortunate.
They
But
do. Well, they do. If you're a returning All
All
American
American or
or
national champ.
national champ, you get to go for a free or discount, which is kind of like the rich get richer. But you know,
yeah,
it is what it is. I mean, they're trying to incentivize those girls to go to represent the state and, you know, beat
yeah,
all these other states that keep creeping up on us.
yeah. Well,
But they do have some scholarship stuff. I think you got to apply pretty early. They do have some scholarship stuff. You should apply for it and see what you get.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then well that kind of brings me back to that whole what Ramos was saying earlier. Like, how do you know when you know how do you kind of start planning that stuff way ahead of time if you don't know where people end up at the end, you know what I mean? Like weight class or placing wise at state or something like that. You know, it's you know, and I understand like there's some girls that whether or not they do well at state, you know, it usually doesn't reflect what they would do later on in a different match, in a different tournament. Oklahoma, in this case, I guess it's just a matter of being able to, you know, trust in that your girl will make the weight, make the team. You know what I mean? And you know, not have us waste our time trying to fundraise or apply for these scholarships. And I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is that if you have a girl who's real tough, I think they expect you to already be planning ahead.
Yeah.
Which I kind of get. Like if you got a girl who can make a run or you think she's real tough, I think, yeah, you know what, you should try to have some foresight as much as you can. But in an instance like me, like I don't usually have a girl who's wrestled for me longer than 2 years. Like
Mm-hmm.
usually I get brand new girls by their second year is usually when they start doing well and placing and stuff like that. So, I don't necessarily know like how they're gonna do, and as a coach, you like to think like, oh yeah, she's good. But until you see them out there and really battling those top competition girls, you don't really know,
Yep.
and then so I get that. But I I've historically said one thing. I'm California, like
Mm-hmm.
through and through. Like if I take my girls out there, California is able to use them. If they're around, they're able to use them. You want to put
Mm-hmm.
them on the dual team, put them on a dual team. Maybe they can't afford to go with Team California, but we're California. You know,
Yep.
100%. Do I think that way now? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not feel that way anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Unfortunately, people have taken it upon themselves who are involved with that trip to, despite the fact that they've been to my house, I've been to their house, I know their family, they've met my family, they've been on my motorcycles, they've been all these things. They end up going behind my back after the fact and trying to put them on their club instead of just calling me and saying, hey, we could do more for this girl or whatever. And they went around my back. Well, now guess what? I'm no longer in that same mindset anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I'm wrong for that. If I can't trust you to be a friend, pick up the phone, and just say, hey, we need this girl, we want, whatever, and you're just gonna go around that. Sorry, you lose that. Not that I have the best girls in the world, but I just don't think that's what men do. I don't know. Am I wrong on that? And I'm open to criticism. I'm open for you guys to tell me like, nah, Ramos, you should turn another cheek. And I mean, I don't know. You guys are my friends, so I believe what you guys say.
I just think you might be punishing the girls for. I know you're not going to not send them, but you're just not going to let them wrestle the duels.
Mm.
Um, I don't know. It's a personal choice of yours. I think you should probably leave it up to them. Like you do get, especially a younger girl gets a lot of more mat time. for that with the duels. A lot of people don't like the duels. A lot of girls don't like. They're already beat up from wrestling cadets and juniors. They're sore. They haven't wrestled 11, 12 matches before, and then they're going to go do 4 more matches. It's tough. It is, and by the end of the duels, when it really matters, you got a lot of girls on that team going, I don't want to wrestle. She can take my spot. She can take my spot. She can, and you have to submit that lineup. Well, Mario knows more. He's tried to submit lineups before and gets shut down.
Don't talk about him, dude. He's afraid. The guy's a mole. He just peeks his head out for a second, says something, and then goes back down, so nobody knows who said it.
He makes a comment and gets 7,000 replies on Facebook, and then doesn't want to come on and talk about it. So
yeah, sissy. So yeah, so that's just my take. I can take my kids for the same price or cheaper, help them out along the way, and not have to worry about, I mean, ultimately, the girls didn't leave, so one of them did, one of them didn't. So I really shouldn't worry about it too much. Like, I think like Bauer said it, you do right for your kids. They're not going to go anywhere. And obviously, but still, like, why put my kid in a position,
Yeah.
Because then the parents feel pressured. Well, that person runs USA Wrestling. Like, I don't want to have to, go cross them. And then what happens later? There's a fear factor there that I would rather not have. So as much as I love my state, I'm sorry. I just not feeling like doing that.
Well, the pros and cons of that is Oklahoma's open to everybody. Anybody can go. You don't need your state's permission. But then you run into Fargo. That is either a qualified or selected team.
Yeah. And that's what I tell people too. It's like they can't keep you off of Fargo. Just make sure you get your paperwork in. Make sure you send copies. Make sure you send everything certified. CC.
Well, you gotta win or place top 3. Let's say to be guaranteed a spot. If you're in a super tough bracket or something and you end up getting 4th, you might not get that wild card. I don't know, or whatever you call it.
Yeah, the decision for it. So, yeah, but that's just basically where I sit on those things. Overall. Hey, speaking of which, did you guys know that? It wasn't like a crazy transfer or anything, but there was a young lady that was wrestling at Rancho Verde at Corona, that somebody messaged me and was like, they're now at Northview. I'm like, and she wasn't like a finalist or anything, but I was kind of like, dang, people are still moving. I didn't like. Isn't it tough to move at this time of the year?
Like she already wrestled this year for Corona and now is at Northview?
No, she was at Rancho Verde.
And now she's at Northview.
Yeah. Which, good for her. Hey, tough team. Like, you want to be in the room. Chris does a great job. Chris runs a great program. The coaching staff.
Maybe it's one of those scenarios. They didn't get taken to any tournaments. They didn't. I don't know the situation. I'm just speaking like what I've heard people complain about before. Like, it's all the focus is on the boys team. The girls maybe do one tournament and then they're just practicing and being practice dummies all the time, and they wanted more for their kid that might be needing a little more. And you need more. It's all about your own kid as a parent. You want to do what's best for your kid and what you think is best.
No, absolutely. I just was curious. Like, you could still transfer this late.
I think you can transfer up to. Well, I guess if you move, you can transfer up until CIF.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as it's like a legit, full family move, like you're fine.
That's crazy. Oh. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest, dude.
Or if you hadn't wrestled any varsity competitions, I guess you could move too.
Really?
Because
okay. You haven't competed. Yeah, you haven't competed.
If you haven't competed, you could move, and that could be if you're a freshman. I don't know what grade she's in.
Yeah.
But if your team didn't take you to any tournaments, and you're like, hello.
Yeah.
I don't even know where Rancho Verde is.
I think it's like Palm Springs or out that way or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. So yeah, but that was a question that I had gotten. People were asking me about. I was like, I have no idea, dude. I couldn't even tell you, to be honest. I don't even know where to begin with that. So, but it should be, interesting. Where are you guys, or Josh? I think do we have 5 regions in the South now? Yeah. We have 5 top 6 from each one goes into the
real
section,
CIF, which I call Masters, but yeah.
Yeah. People get really upset though when you call it Masters. Certain people get really upset about that. I'm like,
I don't
it's the
know.
qualifier for state. Like, it's the Masters.
Yeah, and that's honestly, when I first started coaching the girls and started coming down south for tournaments and stuff, people kept saying, "Oh yeah, what do they place at CIF?" And I'm like, "State?" Like, no, the one to qualify for state. I was like, "You mean Masters?" You know, because
That's what it is, right?
yeah, because at over here, at least on the guy side, like you know, what I mean, we call it, instead of divisionals, we call it Valley, and then it's instead of sections, it's Masters, and then it's, you know, then it's state. You know what I mean? That's what we wrestled as, you know, what I wrestled back in the day. Now it's, you know what I mean? So when I went down south for all this stuff, I was like, what do you, CIF and this and what? Like, it was all confusing.
Camino.
But I mean, I got the hang of it now, but.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw something that your central section is like Wednesday and Thursday or Thursday and Friday or something weird.
Yeah.
What's that about?
So our masters is actually Friday. No, it's going to be Thursday through Saturday. But the reason behind it is it's not even like a legit 3-day tournament or anything. It's so it's 3 days of full wrestling for guys and girls. So it's the first day and the second day is all guys, right? Okay. The second day is half of that day is going to be girls, and then Saturday is going to be all girls. So
the boys will wrap up and the girls will come in. The boys will wrap up and the girls will come in, and then you'll finish the girls up.
Like they should have done state
this year. Yeah, maybe.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So they're overlapping it right now, and so that, I don't know. I think it's weird. I wish they would have been a little bit more clear about that earlier, because I already have three nights booked when I only need 2 apparently. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I got time to change the reservations and everything, but yeah, no, it's
Where's cool. It at? Is it the same place every year?
Usually it jumps around, but this year, to accommodate, you know, both guys and girls, they're gonna have it in Lemoore. Yeah, because their gym is huge.
Huge. That's where they used to hold the state tournament. They had the state tournament there a couple times.
Yeah. That's right. You know what I mean?
They do a great job. They do a good job too. They know how to run a tournament.
Yeah.
Except their chute gets cold, dude, because it's between the 2 buildings, like, and it just, that tunnel gets cold in there.
Yep.
Super cold.
So. Yeah, they actually have staging in like right by the snack bar now, actually, or at least they had it last year for the guys and stuff.
That way you can grab a snack before you go out and wrestle.
Yeah. You gotta get that energy, homie.
Yeah. Puke on the way out. So, yeah. Anyhow, alrighty, fellas. Well, I'm wrapped up right now. I'm trying to get results from the north. It's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know where I could get. I mean, I could just go off of Napa, I guess, and
that's what
figure out.
I got asked a couple times this weekend. I was at Temecula Valley with the boys. You know, when are the state rankings going to come out for girls? And I told them hopefully by this weekend, but we are having problems getting those littler tournaments. We're just going to have to go off Napa and maybe run it by, you know, Jason and a couple other people up north and see if they have some input this week, and hopefully, you know, we'll get something midweek. What do you think, Rama? Put out?
Yeah. No, you have to talk to Jason because nobody talks to me. But but yeah, I mean, I think that's the only thing we really can go off of, unless the coaches get a hold of us. To be honest, I mean, it's really all we can go off. That's the biggest tournament. That's their best tournament that they have up there.
And like, send us your questions. You know, if you guys have questions or you want to hear a topic, we'll do our best to, you know, research it and talk about it and figure out what
give an honest opinion about it. Give an honest opinion. Like,
and then also if you know like your girl's gonna go 121 or 235, like say, hey, you don't have to put it on public. You could send one of us a DM and say, hey, we're gonna go this weight, rank us there. Not that it matters where you're ranked, but you know, it just makes it a little more interesting.
Yeah, for sure. So, alrighty. Anything else, fellas? You guys all good? Oh, by the way, Gamino, can't overlook it, bud. You guys got a 2-point win over Selma.
We sure did, man.
Any win over a team like that, you got to be happy for your kids. Good job on your kids, dude, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, the only thing I really want to say on the topic really is Selma. I mean, both of us have lost a lot of hitters, you know, from last year and stuff like that. But till this day, they're still looking tough. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of their girls, you know, they wrestle tough. They got heart, and you know, especially their heavyweight, their new heavyweight that they have. Hey, I'm one of her. I'm a fan of hers now. You know what I mean? Like I've seen her battle at Napa. I've seen her battle, you know, here in the Central Section. You know, and I'm impressed. So you know, I'm a fan of, you know, Erica with an A. You know what I mean?
Let me see here. I'm going through right here. Hang on a second. Let's see here. Selma. Where are you at, Selma? I'm trying to see how she did. Was she at Queen of the Hill? Maybe it's a different girl or something.
They didn't go to Queen of the Hill, but they went to Napa, and I could be wrong, but I think she was like in the blood rounds at Napa.
Got it. Okay. Now, maybe it was La Puente. Maybe it might have been where I saw her.
Yeah, probably.
That might have been where we seen her.
They did go to La Puente.
Okay. And, how did she do there?
I think, what did Pepe tell me? Pepe told me something about. I think she did medal, if I remember correctly, but I mean she didn't win it, but still, you know what I mean. Like I heard she wrestled tough for it though.
I have no doubt, like at all. Like Selma, dude. Like say what you want, they're always coming, dude. Doesn't matter. Like they're gonna bring it for sure. So
yeah. It's that big old wrestling community, man, and you know, little jealous of it. You know what I mean? That they're so tight, you know, tight knit there.
Well, what else is there to do in Selma besides wrestle?
I don't know. Play football.
Besides go eat at the best Mexican food restaurant.
I don't know about that, son.
Dude,
you gotta go salsa and beer. You gotta go eat a salsa and beer before you can make that kind of claim.
Have you eaten at Sal's?
No, not yet.
Oh, you gotta go, dog. It's close to you.
You say close, it's still a 2-hour drive for me.
Only a 2-hour drive, man.
In LA, you could drive 2 hours like this, dude. It's not a big deal, dude. But honestly, if you, dude, on your way back from Bakersfield, because I drove there last week and back, like round trip, and then ridiculous. But on your way back, okay, stop off in North Hollywood, salsa and beer, right there off Sherman Way in the 170. Thank me later, son. Thank me later. Okay, because I took the car in Montgomery there. I try to take any clinicians who come out for us and do stuff. Take them there, man. Oh, salsa and beer is the stuff, man.
Hey, you said North Hollywood?
North Hollywood off Sherman Way. Not West Hollywood. Not West Hollywood where you find Josh hanging out. Okay.
That's you, dog.
Oh,
some WeHo action.
Exactly. So check that place out. It's always good. Oh, hey, by the way, anybody listening, you got a good Mexican food place in your area? Let me know. I'm super down. Like, give me your best. So we're traveling. I want to make sure I hit up the best spots. All right.
Yeah, he wants John the Juice or good Mexican food. That's all he cares about.
Yes, sir. That's all I care about. That's like, see, I got like $700 in Jamba Juice cards this Christmas. This is the best thing ever. So happy. God, so awesome. But anyhow, fellas. All right, everybody, like us on iTunes, on Google Play, subscribe to us, YouTube, everything.
Hit the thumbs up on YouTube.
Yeah. And aside from that, you got any topics you want us to talk about? You want some real opinions? People who aren't going to hold back? Let us know. They don't like us anyways, or at least they don't like me and not you guys because you're associated. Have fun, fellas. Have a good week. I gotta grow some hair out.